What's happening, good people? Big Slay coming to you, and let's go on and get it out the way where you need to be laying your head. Of course, at home. But on what? United Mattress. That's what you should be on. And guess what? For July, I got something good for you. Starting tomorrow through July 15th, this right here is going to take you there. Not only are you sleeping on clouds, weightless, but now you're doing it at a fraction of the cost, people. 40% off starting tomorrow through July 15th. That right there is the go-to. You got to use this, Friends, because that's who it's for. You put Friends in the coupon code on the website when ordering, and I can guarantee you're going to get 40% off. I'm telling you, dive into it right now. Sleep like you never have before. Go to theunitedmattress.com. Theunitedmattress.com. You get 40% off. Use the code word FRIENDS. What's happening, good people? Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. It is Tuesday. We're rocking right along. Tuesday will seem like Thursday for us because we're off Thursday and Friday for everybody to enjoy the Independence Day and do something in the heat. Hopefully stay safe and hydrated. But to hydrate us with all of our NFL knowledge, especially running backs and tight ends rooms, we got our guy, Greg Cosell.
Hi, Cosell.
What's happening? It's going to feel like Nashville here in South Jersey. It's going to be 100 plus 3 days in a row here.
Oh my!
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay, you guys can't handle that. You're not used to that.
No. It's funny. I never minded the heat, even playing sports, but I mean, not 100. When I say I never minded the heat, like 85 to 90 is okay. I never minded playing outside in that. But 100, no, that won't be happening.
No,
That's
I know.
insane.
It's like the week I send my daughter to camp, too. I'm like, oh, great. It's the hottest week of the summer. What are we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. I'm going to probably switch over to get back in the NFL groove in a couple of weeks, but still been watching a lot of college guys.
Okay. Do you have a favorite or a surprise, any position, player, anything to enlighten us on?
Oh, boy. I think I've watched about 75 guys.
Oh,
There's some guys that I find really interesting that, are probably not being talked about, and they necessarily have to come out. That's the thing, because they still would technically have another year. But, a lot of guys do come out. Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's actually an offensive tackle who was at Tennessee who transferred to Kentucky named Lance Hurd. I'm sure you know who he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty intriguing guy. I mean, I have to see more of him, but for a guy that big, he's strong. He's got pretty light feet for a man that big. And again, I don't have the measurements, until they're official when, you go to the combine. But from what I'm reading anyway, apparently he's got really long arms with a wingspan that's off the charts. So he's a really intriguing guy. Again, I guess he's getting more money to play at Kentucky than he was going to get at Tennessee. That seems to be the reason a lot of guys transfer these days, either playing time or more NIL money.
I didn't realize he had transferred.
Yeah, and that was the same thing he did from coming from LSU.
LSU, yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah,
So this is his third school, Cosell. So you'll have lots
Third
of
school, and I kind of like
film.
the running back too, Deshaun. I kind of like Deshaun Bishop too. I need to see more of him. And again, he doesn't need to come out either, but a lot of times running backs do because then they just get beat up more, especially if they're going to carry 200 plus times, which is likely to be the case.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of running backs, we are going to hit running backs and tight ends across the AFC South with you. But before we do that, Cosell, we obviously all heard the devastating news from Chris Johnson. Yeah, yesterday on Good Morning America, we talked a lot about
I watched
him.
the interview. That's one of those things it beats you up in your heart and you don't know how to react. I mean, it's just horrible.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking, but it also brought us back to talking about, what that guy put on film as a running back. Do you remember breaking down his film? Even back in the day, I'm not sure how much you watched of him while he was at East Carolina, but just from digging into your memory, like what did the film always show on CJ2K?
Well, yeah, I didn't do him in college,
Right.
but or maybe I did. I can't remember what year he came out. It was a long time ago now. But obviously, I remember him, with the Titans. At the NFL level, pretty much it's relative. Everybody is a really good athlete in their own way. So it becomes relative. But then every once in a while, there's someone who's just different, even at that level. And his speed was just different. And sometimes it looked like he wasn't even running full speed and he was pulling away from people. And, when you see that, someone is just, it's on a different level. Totally. That's what I remember most about him. He was he was a little more physical too than I think he was probably given credit for.
Yeah.
Because I think when you rush for as many yards as he did for a number of years there, it can't just be because you can run fast.
That's right.
There was a physical nature to him. Obviously you're not sitting there saying he's a fullback type, but you have to be able to get hard yards to be able to run for that many yards for a meaningful number of years. But it was the speed that was just otherworldly. We see that in every sport. There's just, and Slay, you can appreciate this, I'm sure, in basketball. Sometimes you just see a guy, everybody's a great athlete, but sometimes it's just a guy you go, wow, that guy's just a little different.
Yep, absolutely. We've been able to see these guys come along, too, at a rapid pace. So, going with CJ, let me ask you this, too, real quick, leaving off on CJ. Chris Johnson, when watching him on film, Cosell, compared to seeing him in person, how different was it then? Because, like you said, pulling away is one thing to say, man, dude, what? Dude look kind of fast right there. But in person, had to be different.
Well, it's funny. Very often, guys in person don't necessarily,
there you go.
I mean, every once in a while you see a physical freak, like, someone like Myles Garrett, who's like 6'5", 280, he's a physical freak. But, when you looked at Chris Johnson in person, you didn't come away going, wow, that guy's just, he looks it. It's just, he looked like a running back, but it's just so sad. I mean, seeing that interview, I mean, the tears just start to fall. I mean, and apparently from what he, said, it happened so fast. I mean, he made the point that a year ago he could lift up his daughter, and now you could see. I mean, just in the interview, he can't do anything, which is so sad.
Yeah, it is. So, running back rooms, Babsy.
Yeah, let's move into it. Let's do the Titans last, just because we have talked a lot about them. Let's start with the team that I hate the most in the division, and that would be, which everybody's different, by the way, but for me, it's the Colts. And obviously, let's start with Jonathan Taylor and what he does for them on tape. What makes him special and that entire room.
They're pretty good at running back and tight end. So
not really wide receiver.
Taylor's obviously one of the best backs in the league. And it's funny, the year he came out, I thought he was the best runner. And, a lot of people said, he fumbled a few times, at Wisconsin, but I thought he was the best runner in that draft. And I can't remember everybody in that 2020 draft class, but he was not a first round pick. So, he's obviously got every trait you want. He's tough. He's physical. He's got speed to run away from the defense. I mean, he's got everything. And what he's shown now, there's been a year or two where he's fought some injuries, but for the most part, he's shown enough durability where you feel that he's a true guy that you can give the ball to and he can carry 300 times. And those guys are pretty rare in today's NFL. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor is truly a special back. When you always think about, I don't want to say worry about, but think about with guys that carry that much is how long can they do that? That's why to me it's so impressive when guys can do it for a long period of time, even if, people might say, like I think of the Curtis Martins who's in the Hall of Fame and Frank Gore who's not, and people say, well, he doesn't belong. I always think, well, to carry that many times for 13, 14 years and be successful, and successful is a relative term. You don't have to lead the league in rushing every year, but to gain 1,000 or 1,200 plus yards year after year after year, I mean, that's really, really hard to do for that position. And I don't know if Taylor will be able to do it. We don't know the answer to that. But right now, he's clearly, one of the best in the league. And obviously a tight end with Tyler Warren, who's going to be one of the best in the league. And they still have Mo Alley Cox. I mean, this is a team at those two positions. They're pretty deep. They're very good.
Cosell, when you look at Tyler Warren, who coming out, I didn't know much about him. When Kyle Pitts jumped out on the scene, you knew who Kyle Pitts was. You kind of knew guys like Travis Kelce, all of these guys with this frame and athletic ability that you didn't necessarily see in tight ends. What is it about Tyler Warren? Is it precise route running, his separation, his combat catching? What is it about him that makes him special at tight end, though?
Well, it's funny because I had watched him the year before, and he didn't catch a ton of balls, and then he emerged on the scene. I forget what opponent it was, but in his last year in college, I think there was a game where he caught 18 balls.
Okay.
And he was targeted maybe 22, 23 times. I forget who the opponent was. But he's just one of those tight ends that pretty much has it all because he played quarterback in high school. So he's very athletic. He's physical. He can do everything you want in a tight end. Now, he's not as purely athletic, let's say, as Colston Loveland, who the Bears have, and who was drafted. Was he drafted before or I think he was drafted before Warren, if memory serves me. But Warren is certainly a tight end that can work all three levels of the defense. And the thing is, he's with an offensive mind in Shane Steichen that really knows how to use him effectively to create matchups. I remember last year there were a number of plays where they lined him up in the backfield and he worked through the line of scrimmage and ran vertical routes. And, that's very, very hard for a defense to deal with. So, he pretty much has every trait you want. Plus, he's physical, so he can block as well as an inline attached tight end. So, in Taylor and Warren, they've got, two of the better players at the position in the league. And, Warren is likely only to get better. He was a rookie last year.
Right. All right. Let's go down to Houston. Get down into H-Town. You need some people to help out C.J. Stroud. You got to have weapons. You got to have a line to block for these guys. Running back-wise, Woody Mark seemed like a guy that was going to come off and get going, but David Montgomery, the guy?
Yeah, well, they needed a run game. The last couple, without Mixon, when Mixon got hurt, and he's, and he's obviously not there right now, and he's probably at the end of his career anyway with his age and the injuries. But Woody Marks is not a starter in the league in terms of being a feature or foundation back. I think he's a good player, and I think he's one of your classic complementary backs that can be really good in that role. But they needed someone who's a little more of a bell cow type back. And that's why they got David Montgomery, who fits that mold because he's a bigger back, probably 215, 220. He can carry, even in Detroit where they had two backs, he carried over 200 times, and he would have done that again last year if he didn't get hurt. So he's used to carrying the ball a lot. He certainly did that in college. So, there's a mentality to carrying the ball a lot. It's not just a physical thing. There's a mentality that's involved when every week there's a likelihood you're going to get, let's say, 17 to 23 carries, depending on the flow of the game. And Montgomery has that mentality. They've not been able to run the ball at all the last couple of years. And the other thing they've done, which, of course, as we sit here, late June, early July coming up, they totally revamped their O-line. They're going to have 3 new O-line starters. So maybe even 4. So, when you do that, they know that it's not just the running back, it's the O-line as well. So you would expect them to have a better running game because of Montgomery and because of a totally revamped O-line.
Although the Titans revamped their O-line 2 years, Cosell, and it was still a disaster.
Still revamped.
And now
I thought we were talking about the Texans.
Sorry, I just, I'm still haunted. I'm haunted by that.
Yes. You had a momentary lapse of reason.
Yes, I did. Yes. Okay. Carry on, Slade. Carry on, Texans.
All right, so Texans going to the tight ends. Dalton Schultz, is that the guy that's going to lead this group? Is anybody commercial?
He's your solid.
Okay.
He's your solid tight end. He's one of those guys that not a bad blocker, but I wouldn't call that his strength. He's a good short to intermediate receiver in the context of their pass game. They brought in Foster Moreau from the Saints, who's always been just one of those solid second-tier tight ends. And they also drafted in the second round Marlon Klein from Michigan. And if you draft a tight end in the second round, and again, he's a rookie, so I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, man, he's going to play a lot of snaps. But a second-round pick is someone you expect to contribute. Now, maybe he's only going to play, a certain number of snaps this year. But, they didn't draft him to be someone who is not going to at some point be a meaningful player and maybe even be the starter down the road. And when I say down the road, that's probably not this year, but their tight end room is pretty good. They don't have the explosive tight end. They don't have a Tyler Warren type player, obviously, but it's a pretty good tight end room.
Yeah. So, all right, so that's the Texans. It looked like I don't know how you have growth around that, but you got to put something around that defense. You just can't lose the game if you're looking
No,
for
and now it's
offensive
funny.
side.
They also have, they've got a bunch of other guys too. This is going to be an interesting tight end room and see who makes the team, because Brevin Jordan came out and he's got explosive traits. He's a vertical dimension, and he got hurt. And a couple of years ago, it looked like he was going to be a good player. They still have Cade Stover, the Ohio State kid, who's got ability. They have 5 guys fighting for probably, again, I don't know about the special teams part, so I can't speak to that. But, could they keep 4 tight ends, based on special teams? Absolutely. I doubt they would keep 5, but I think there's going to be some competition there.
All right. Final AFC South team. Let's move to the Jags. Want to start with their tight ends, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they just signed Brenton Strange to a big contract.
Right.
And I really liked his tape a lot,
Okay.
So, to me, that was a really good signing. People are probably not that aware of him unless you're in Jacksonville, but
Right.
he's a really good player. And again, the assumption would be that they're going to play more with 2 tight ends this year, which the league has sort of moved in that direction because they drafted Nate Burkircher in the 2nd round. And they also drafted a tight end in the 5th round. So now you're dealing with that same situation. You're drafting 2 players, one in the 2nd round. So I would have to assume that they feel that they want to play a higher percentage of 12 and maybe even some 13 personnel. Teams, as I said, the league has moved a little bit in that direction. But Strange, I think Strange is one of those players. And again, I don't want to say he's a breakout player because we don't know what they're going to do and we don't know how they're going to put together their passing game. So I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to catch 80 balls. But in the right system, if he was a volume target, he's got the ability to catch 65, 70, 75 balls.
Okay. What about their running backs room? What stands out?
Yeah, well, they obviously feel very good about Tootin because they let Etienne go. Again, to me, that's I don't want to say a question, but it's an unknown to me because they don't really have a back that you'd say is a guy you can give the ball to 230 times. They may see Tootin that way. I don't want to say obviously they do because we don't know how they're going to divide the labor in their backfield. They signed Chris Rodriguez, who is a grinder. They still have a Quint Allen, who's a 2nd-year player from Syracuse, who's a really good receiver and an outstanding pass protector. So they brought in Amir Abdullah, who's always been a 3rd down back. So, I don't know how they're going to divide the labor there, but my guess is Tootin is the number 1 back. It's just, how do they see their offense? Are they going to, have him carry 250 times? Maybe so. I don't know the answer to that.
Coach, before we let you go, man, I thought they really undervalued Travis Etienne, and I thought they did the same thing about Tank Bigsby, even though he was hurt last year.
Yeah.
I just thought they could have had way more out of them. I remember early on in the season, somebody said they were just a Jag and not meaning a Jaguar, just another guy.
Right. Well, the guy I agree with you on is Bigsby. And again, obviously he's an Eagle now and he's obviously a backup because they have Barkley. Yeah. But I really liked Tank Bigsby coming out. I really liked what he showed when he got a chance in the league with Jacksonville. I don't know what happened there. Maybe there's something beyond on the field. Who knows? Right. I don't know the answer. But I think Tank Bigsby, and again, being feature back is a relative term based on a team's offense. Yeah. When I say feature back, I don't mean a guy's going to have 290 carries. But I thought Tank Bigsby had the traits, the athletic and physical traits to be a number 1 back. Now, obviously, they didn't see that. He's with the Eagles. That's not going to happen there.
Yeah. Well, Coach Hill, we appreciate you, man. Enjoy your weekend. I know you're probably diving into something, and it ain't going to be burgers. It's going to be more film probably for you. So,
there might be some burgers too, Slay,
All right,
it's that kind of weekend, It's that kind of weekend.
That's right. Yeah. Stay cool up there, man. Stay cool, Coach Hill.
I'm going to try. All right. You too, guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Coach Hill.
Thanks.
There he is, Greg Cosell, executive producer, analyst for NFL Matchup, and of course, the best film evaluator in the business.
I love hearing him talk about Tank Bigsby because, I fell in love with him when we were able to interview him
SEC Media Days.
Basil, that did it for me. Like, his story, his journey.
Well, he was very open and honest about how he grew up.
Yeah, very open. Like,
and you guys clicked.
Yeah, like I like
too.
dude, man. I like him. So I hope you have a long career, man.
Yes. All right. Quick break, and when we come back, we will talk a little LeBron James officially leaving the Lakers. Don't know for sure where he's headed. Right?
Does he know? That's the question.
Who knows? Is this the decision?
Oh, not again.
5.0? 6.0? Who knows?
Oh, part a million.
Part a million, yes. Anyway, we'll talk about that. And then don't forget Lucas Panzico with our World Cup update coming up to start the 4 o'clock hour. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome back to 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tupac Tuesday as we like to know it. And this song, excuse me, I did not pick this. I don't know who put this on the jukebox, but I ain't picked this. I'm a lover of Pac, though, so we let it roll, especially when you got one person that's that advocate for it, and that is Big Boss Bert. So I guess it will stay on the log. But for now, Cosell giving us a breakdown, man, of everything that in the AFC when you go tight ends and running back rooms. Listen, you heard him talk about the Jags, and I'm not just sold on them. You know what I mean? With the movement that they had in ETN and getting rid of Tank Bigsby, I can't wait for this Titans defense to go up against them and kind of, you know what I mean, slaughter them and shut them down. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm not necessarily scared of the Texans either. And I know their defense, Will Anderson and them are animals. I know they get loose. I know they get paid like it and they play like it. But this defense versus that offense, nah, I don't think Stroud gonna have no bounce back year, Babs. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to. I think the Jags fall to like third. You know what I'm saying? Just on the simple fact of I don't like what they did at the running back spot. I know you putting a lot on Trevor Lawrence's arm. He showed out. You got a quarterback whisperer down there as a coach. He turned the corner, starting to look like the golden boy that he was to be drafted. Still don't believe it. And call me biased. And that's who I am. I'm Mr. Bias then. I do like the Colts with a healthy Danny Dimes and Tyler Warren.
You have liked the Colts.
Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor. I just don't know. Do they stay healthy enough throughout? You know what I mean, to make it through. I thought they got derailed last year by that injury. So our out time, Babs, is 55-29.
Yeah, he told me.
I like to
we just put it all out there. There you go. Yeah, for an official World Cup update.
Because Zeph told me coming in that he told me that 4 times.
Oh.
So.
Because we don't listen to him. This is why. Hey, real quick, before our out time that you just announced to everybody, LeBron tells the Lakers, holla.
I'm gone.
I'm playing, but not with y'all.
Ooh.
I'm taking my ball elsewhere.
Yeah, and you leave him up and dry. So I wonder, what does that mean? Now we get to really see if the nepotism thing was real. Does he take his son with him along with his ball?
Well, didn't his son just get his contract just became guaranteed yesterday?
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Yes.
And so LeBron
So I'm
announced
sure
he was
the
leaving
timing
today.
was
So,
perfect.
I
Way to
just
go,
wait till
LeBron.
y'all announce that.
Hey, way to get your way to get your
Chess.
kids, way to get your kid a little money
Chess,
there,
baby.
and then dip.
Chess.
What I mean, do you think the Warriors is a good spot for him? What do you?
Babs, I'm going to be honest. At this point in his career, I'm not sure. I know what he can do offensively, IQ-wise, when he exerts himself defensively, what he can do in situations and spots. But to carry the load of a team, does his three-ball efficiency pick up to where he can be in that system and be able to space the floor for a guy like Steph? Because it's Steph's team. I think this will be the first situation he rolls into a franchise, and it's the other guy's team, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is Steph Curry's team, so we'll see if they can make it all mesh. Can they go get Anthony Davis, too, with Draymond Green?
Yeah.
Defensive, they should be on point. Offensively, it's going to be their work cut out for Steve Kerr. So
They're a little old.
yeah, a little old. That's the other thing. How long will it last? It can only book 1 year, maybe.
I mean, is it go big for a year?
Yeah, that's look like what it is. They're pushing all the chips in the middle of the table. Joe
All right.
Lacob, show us.
4 o'clock hour is next. Lucas Panzica with a World Cup update.
All right, good people. Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Tupac Tuesday, as we like to call it. Shortened week. Celebrating a little something at the end of the week this week. That's right, little Independence Day for the good people out there.
250, baby.
Yeah, 250.
Everybody come together and realize we live in the greatest country in the world.
Man, because guess what? The people on the outside sure are, especially with this World Cup coming on.
I know. Hasn't it been fun to watch?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been really fun to watch, like, all these people from other countries be like, oh, wow, this is really cool about America. Oh, wow, this is really cool. And then, like, maybe Americans should step back and say, wow, our country is pretty cool.
Okay. This is pretty
all right.
cool.
Yeah,
maybe
we should
shouldn't
like
tear it
each
up.
other.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah. Although I did just see an Instagram post that says nothing says America like children running around with fire sticks burning at 3,000 degrees being supervised by adults who've been drinking all day.
I mean, hey.
I'm like, meh. America, baby.
Yeah, love it.
Speaking of America and World Cup, Pan the Man, Lucas Panzica, is with us for our traditional now, it's become tradition, World Cup update. Where are you with that brick wall behind you?
I'm home. This is my little nook, my little office
Well, look
situation.
at you.
My little note.
Yeah. Hey, happy birthday, America, and happy birthday, Slay.
Thank you, Panda Man. My God. I appreciate that, brother. So,
How was it spent?
Bowling.
bowling. I was prepping for Split Happens.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so 3HL will be at Split Happens, confirmed.
Oh, yeah. We wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, ain't no way we missing it. You know, we coming through there and repping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even though Buck didn't show up at our event.
Yeah, we wouldn't dare.
We're there to support you, Pan.
That's right. You and Big Boss Bert.
I love it.
You and Bert, we don't care about Buck.
Yeah, who is he?
1045thezone.com. Grab your tickets.
Yeah, go get them right now. Now, Pan, we got to ask something real quick before we dive into this. Heard you're taking a little trip to Brazil.
Yeah, I'm wheels up Thursday night.
Thursday night. What is this little
That's fun.
adventure that you're going on, Pan?
Yeah, you know the World Cup's here.
I know, right? It is my, at this point, biannual trip. Go spend some time with family, see my grandma, see my uncle, my cousins. That's the first half of the trip. The second leg, the last 4 days, we're going up to Rio for all of our wedding planning activities, tastings, and all these things.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Pan is getting married in Rio. You know, that's not what a lot of people do. I guess that's a Brazilian culture thing.
I mean, I was very conflicted about it. It was Megan, who was my fiance, was the one that kind of led the charge on it. I just had this guilt about like asking, friends and loved ones to fly to another continent. But end of the day, it is a lot easier. My family's got to get on a plane too. Like they don't exactly live. It's not exactly convenient for them to go to Rio either. But it's easier than applying for visas and going through all those.
True.
Jumping through all those obstacles to come to the U.S.
No question.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's absolutely fun.
All right.
Yeah, so I was like fully clenched yesterday for 90 minutes.
Yes.
With sheer fear that Brazil is going to get eliminated before I even set foot and joined the party down there.
What? Yeah, what happened? Japan almost got him?
Nashville's team put up a fight. I mean, they found an early goal and then they just bunkered down and dared Brazil to find a way through them, and they did. Brazil made the necessary changes, pulled all the right levers at halftime, and thank God scored the latest game-winning goal in a World Cup on the men's side in Brazilian history to survive and advance. That's what it's about at this point, and now they will face Norway and the Viking up front leading the charge in Erling Haaland.
So before we dive into the rest of the games, I have a soccer question for you from my 6-year-old. So we've been watching all of the games. Aren't you proud of us? And
Yes.
So she always wants to know what team are we rooting for, right? So, I look at it and I'm like, okay, this we're rooting for this one. Okay, which team is that? I'm like, oh, okay, Norway, the red, white, and blue, but they don't wear red, white, and blue. So she's like, well, what color is the jersey? And I'm like, actually, it's like orange. But they're
the Netherlands. You're talking about the Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, but their flag is red, white, and blue. I'm like, yeah. Let me ask Panzica, and I'll get back to you. Why do these teams not wear like red, white, and blue if they're red, white, and blue?
Yeah, they're kind of an anomaly in that. So the traditional color of the Dutch royal family is orange. So
That
the
fluorescent orange?
Yeah, that is the official color of the Dutch monarchy, and it has been for generations and centuries. So the Dutch
Okay.
national team has just always sported the color of the Dutch royal family. And I mean, it's iconic. You see the fans descending upon these cities
Yes.
doing their left-right march. I was talking to a buddy the other day about if the World Cup ever comes back to the U.S. and we had these games in college towns. Like, can you imagine the Orange Army doing their thing in Knoxville, like down Peyton Manning Pass,
Oh, yeah.
marching to Neyland Stadium? But yeah, that's why they do not wear the colors of their flag. They're one of the very few that can say that.
Okay. Well, there was another one that was the same. And so I was like, is this like the normal thing? And I don't remember who it was. But anyway, maybe the Netherlands should have worn red, white, and blue because Morocco got them.
Yeah.
Switched it up.
Yeah, shout out Morocco. I mean, what a game. Netherlands played scared. I don't know if y'all watched the post games. Zlatan Ibrahimovic went in on the Dutch, going totally against their identity. That's not the Dutch soccer that, that has built up that nation for centuries. They played scared. They let Morocco have the ball. They were conservative, and they paid for it.
All right. Biggest upset that, well, I don't know if that we've seen all tournament, like what there was a draw that was a big upset or something, but Paraguay advances, Germany goes down in penalty shootout. Like, fill us all in on what that meant.
Yeah, this is the biggest moment in Paraguayan national team history. It's not close. This is Germany. It's the 4-time champions. I mean, they've produced some of the greatest players of the sport. And they are going through a period since winning the World Cup in 2014 where they've kind of hit this low point where they were bounced in the group stage. Each of the last 2 World Cups coming into this one, which is a historically bad run for Germany already. And now they're out before the round of 16, and I can't even imagine what the vibe is there right now. But Paraguay played the game that they tried to play against the United States. That's the crazy thing about this, that it was the same approach for Paraguay. They're tough. They have resolve. They want to get in your face. They want to be physical. And they have some creativity to break out on the counter and do some things. But overall, they want to lock you down, and they want to hang on for dear life and force a penalty shootout. That's what they did against Germany. Germany couldn't find a way through. They couldn't break them down. The U.S. broke them down in that opener with flair and creativity and freedom. So if there's anything that you can take away from that game as a U.S. fan, it is tons of confidence that the U.S. did something that the 4-time champions were unable to do. Controversially, a goal was called back with a VAR review, but in the end, the Paraguayan goalkeeper with a heroic performance, and you should, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the scenes in Paraguay, downtown in the capital, just incredible. They declared today a national holiday in Paraguay. There's no school, no work. They're just basking in this moment. And the Germans go home in shame.
So that's over with for them. So they move on. Now you talked about Brazil earlier. The next move today, Norway getting Ivory Coast out of the way. France taking on Sweden right now, paying Mbappe. Are we going to get to see him be himself today yet? I mean, we haven't seen the score yet. 10 minutes of what? Gone off the clock?
Is France the favorite?
When they're on, France look better they look more electrifying than anybody. France's B squad could make a semifinal, and France is the only squad that can make you, for the moment, forget that Kylian Mbappe is on the team, because we saw them the last time they played against Norway, completely shred Norway with a 4-1 win, and Ousmane Dembele scores a hat trick within the first 30 minutes, who's a massive star in his own right. He's the defending Ballon d'Or winner, which the Ballon d'Or is essentially, for lack of a better way to put it, the Heisman Trophy for world soccer. It's the trophy given to the best player of that calendar year on the planet. That player is on France's roster, and his name is not Kylian Mbappe. That is how loaded this squad is. So I expect them to do their thing and to honestly thrash Sweden. If this game is kept close, that will be an upset. But no question, France is the team right now that look the most unstoppable. Argentina as well, but they are so reliant on Lionel Messi, having his moment and coming up big, and he has at just a ridiculous rate in this tournament at his age. It's unfathomable, but there's no question the depth and totality of the squad, France is head and shoulders, quite honestly, above the rest of the world, in my opinion.
Now, Pan, about these penalty kicks, I heard you and Big Boss Burt going back at it a little bit, Buck sitting on the sideline on this one, about is there any bigger moment of a game out of all the major sports that's bigger than penalty kicks? Or is it the stage that we're on right now that, highlights some more so?
Yeah, I think the stage is a good way to put it. I don't think there's anything like that on the planet. I don't think there's anything like that 45-yard slow walk that a player has to make from midfield to the penalty spot, and just everything that's going through his mind on if he's going to go left, if he's going to go right, down the middle, what kind of power to put on it, if he wants to go low, if he wants to go high, if he wants to stutter step and wait for the keeper to make a move, or if he just wants to go and assert himself and let the keeper be the one to react. And the goalkeeper is just kind of standing on his goal line, staring the player down. And you see the mind game. Sometimes the keeper will come up to the penalty spot and he'll kind of be holding the ball and keeping it away from the player. He'll talk to him. He'll be clapping. It's just enthralling to me to watch those interactions. But when you talk about having the weight of an entire nation on your shoulders during that walk, I don't know if anything really compares. And it's the mind games leading up to the moment when toe meets leather. I'm obviously incredibly biased here, but I don't think there's anything that compares, especially for guys that, a kicker, obviously, with 1 second on the clock, Super Bowl on the line, national championship on the line. There are comparisons to make, but we're also talking about guys that have just run 9, 10, 11 miles in some cases, right? That are just physically, mentally exhausted. And now is the time where they're put into the biggest pressure cooker situation of their lives, let alone their careers. So to me, nothing quite compares to the compelling nature and drama of a penalty shootout, specifically in a World Cup.
I love when we get the energy, the behind the scenes energy that you put into this, Pan. Give me your top three. Top three, Pan. I ain't gonna put you in the boom boom room, but I'm gonna put you right here on the spot. Your top three moments in World Cup competition when you look at penalty kicks.
Oh man.
Whether it be the stop, because there's been some nice stops out there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or whether it be the goal.
Oh my goodness, that is a loaded question. There's certainly, I have to point to England getting eliminated. I want to say in 1994, or really any one of England's many eliminations via penalty shootout in the World Cup. They are a scarred nation mentally whenever they go into a penalty shootout. I also just have to go with what I've seen in my lifetime, right? And for me, that is the 2006 World Cup final. Gigi Buffon in that performance, but Fabio Grosso stepping up and scoring that game-winning penalty and the emotion on his face during the ensuing celebration. Otherwise, it has to go back to 2022, and that only 2 World Cup finals have ever gone to penalty shootout. Yeah. So those automatically make the list. Or I'm sorry, 3. 94, 2006, and 2022. So I guess in real time, that's the answer, Slay. It's those 3. It's 1994, Roberto Baggio for Italy, skying the penalty into the air, and he's essentially mentally scarred for the rest of his life as arguably the greatest Italian player to ever do it for Italy, but never got the World Cup. That is his lasting image, is putting that penalty sky high, and Brazil winning in the U.S. at the Rose Bowl. And then it's 2006, Italy's redemption in Germany against France. In 2022, Messi getting his World Cup in a penalty shootout against France.
And then in 2026, it's the U.S. team going all the way and surprising everybody.
That's right. It's Christian Pulisic, Fuller, and Balogun scoring the game-winning penalty against Argentina, whoever it might be.
To win it all. All right. See, we're writing the history. By the way, shout out to my bonus son, Thatcher, who has never been more excited to actually listen to this show than he is right now to hear Panzika. And he also texted me, and said, France's attacking three is the best attacking three of all time in National League history.
Man knows what he's talking about. He knows. I've heard Thatcher can ball, too.
Yes, he's pretty darn good at the game, so I was forced to learn it.
That's what I'm talking about. Fan, before you go, though, give us a little forecast about U.S. taking on Bosnia tomorrow.
I mean, when I sat down with you and Brent, we hit on it a little bit last week. It's pretty similar to the challenge that Paraguay and Australia present. Bosnia doesn't want the ball here. They're not going to want to impose themselves in possession. They are physical, big physical center backs, big physical forwards that can hold the ball up, that are dangerous in the air. So they're going to want to assert themselves right out of the gate against the United States and show that they're not going anywhere. The thing the U.S. has done, though, in this World Cup, in all 3 games, they've scored a goal within the first 11 minutes of all 3 games so far. And especially against an opponent that wants to sit back and hit you on the break and wants a cagey sort of 1-1 sort of affair and maybe force penalty shootout. The worst thing that can happen to a squad like that is to concede an early goal. That gives all the momentum to the imposing team, the favorite. So the U.S. has managed to do that. What happens, though, when the U.S. is unable to break through early and then that pressure slowly starts to build, right? And then it's the 60th, 65th minute, and you start to get frustrated. And confidence starts to grow in the opponent because they've held you scoreless for that long. And suddenly extra time feels like a possibility. We haven't seen this U.S. team have to deal with that yet. It's been kind of all sunshine and rainbows, at least when the first team has been out there. So I'm fascinated to see the early portion of this game and how the U.S. sort of states themselves physically against Bosnia that want as many corner kick and free kick opportunities as they can get to lump the ball into the box, look for those big, tall, rangy strikers to win the ball in the air. But overall, the U.S. just has more quality than Bosnia. It's not a team that should be overlooked. Yes, the U.S. are favorites. This is a Bosnia team that eliminated Italy in a playoff final to prevent Italy from qualifying for this World Cup. It's a team that went toe-to-toe with Canada in Toronto to force a 1-1 draw in group stage play. It's not a team that's going to back down from the U.S.
Love it. USA. Thanks, Pan the Man. We appreciate you as always. And have fun in Brazil.
Brasilia.
Thank you, 3HL. Appreciate you guys. By the way, if you guys are inclined, we'll be at Geodis Park again tomorrow night. BJ Callahan will be doing a meet and greet, hanging out with NSC fans. It's free. Just go to NashvilleSC.com to RSVP. It's a good time. Don would love to see you guys and Thatcher out there. See if Thatcher maybe brings a ball and show some of those skills.
He's actually going to the game in Atlanta.
Oh, the England game?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
amazing.
Yep,
amazing.
they're on their
Who's
way.
he rooting
so,
for? Who are they rooting for?
Oh, I don't know.
DR Congo, right? We want the upset. I was in Atlanta over the weekend. I got to go to the Congo-Uzbekistan game, and it was unbelievable, electric, the vibes with the DR Congo fans, the dance parties outside the stadium after the game. Phenomenal. But I always enjoy seeing England choke in World Cup, so I'm a little biased.
Well, I just hope they get a good game. That's all. Yes.
Yeah, me too. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Good stuff. Thanks, Pan.
Later.
There he is, Lucas Panziga, our soccer expert. Dude,
Breaking it down,
his
dog.
knowledge is
I love it. I can actually like sit and listen to it all day because you can hear the
know.
excitement in it. I love that.
It's because you feel his passion
Yeah,
for it.
that's it.
It's
That's
like
it.
real knowledge.
Yep, you can reel me in right there. Hook,
Yeah.
line, and sink me every single time with that.
So good. So good. All right. We are going to talk some Titans in this next, really for the next hour. So join in 615-737-1045. Yesterday we talked offense. Today we're talking defense. Which Titans defensive player not named Big Jeff will be the key to an improved record in 2026? Is it a corner, a safety? Is it something they did at edge? A new guy they brought in on that defensive line?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a linebacker you really like that might eat this year? What do you think? Slay will give his, Zeph will give his, I'll give mine. And
Just
we would
one?
love
Yes,
Yes, Slay.
It's,
And it's not your birthday, so you only get
A
one.
lot of defensive players out there.
There really are.
A lot of names.
We'll throw a bunch of names at y'all. But yes, just one. That is the
I
exercise.
thought it was birthday week.
No. Well, you're supposed to push for birthday month. So we're doing that next. Call in, get in line. We want to hear what you think. Defensive player not named Jeff, that'll be the key to an improved record next season. This is 3HL on 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Yes, indeed, on this hot, hot Tuesday. Man, shout out to that guy, Spotless Cleaning Solutions. Chris Woods out there getting us together. We see you.
I just walked out there. It is so hot.
That's why I got so many people with them today.
And they are just working.
They ain't here to play no games. They ain't really here to play no games. Might well get you fresh for the weekend. I'm coming into it.
So I finally got my truck fixed from, when I hit Bell, our employee over here.
Yeah.
Finally got my truck fixed.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, okay, now it needs to be cleaned out. I got goldfish up in there, whatever.
I was going to say goldfish, the food.
From kids.
What goldfish died in there?
Can I say this? There is nothing that will ruin your vehicle faster than kids and dogs.
Yep. And you don't even realize what's going on actually behind you when they're sitting there eating it.
No.
They're just dropping it in between the seats, crunching it up.
Between the seats, and there is dog hair everywhere. I have one of my dogs sheds, so big boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a shedder. And then obviously he's nearing the end of his time with us and his hair is falling out.
Mm.
And so
like me.
that's what my husband said too. It's like Mr. Babs. So I have hair stuck, like your air-conditioned heated seats or whatever.
Yeah.
Their hair gets stuck in the little holes everywhere in the ventilation. So yeah, I'm very excited. I've never been more excited for a clean truck.
No, yeah, that's man. You never know what's going on in the back seat until you get out and just like you're looking for something. You're like, dog, look at all this stuff under the seat.
Did you even make any of them in your mouth?
Did you really eat?
Like French fries?
Yeah,
French fries there are at least 12 million McDonald's stale French fries under there somewhere.
Yeah, that's serious. That is serious.
Yeah. Oh, look, Keith is back in the chat. You idiot. You hit someone else's car.
Keith.
Every time Keith comes in the chat, he just wants to be a jerk.
That's all. Listen, it's hot outside.
But hey, listen, you are right. That was an idiot move by me.
That was a tough one.
I'll give you that one.
That was a tough one.
But also, go away.
Yeah, find something to do.
Hey, how about this, Keith? Why don't you dig into your brain, if you have one, and let us know which Titans defensive player, not named Big Jeff, is going to be the key to an improved season, an improved record in 2026.
Well, I would love to jump into this.
You want to start?
But since I started yesterday, Babsy, I want you to start. It's no longer my birthday.
Okay.
So you can jump out there first.
I made you go first yesterday because it was your birthday. Okay, I'm going John Franklin Myers.
All right. Why?
Because of the impact that he can make in this scheme, in the way that Robert Saleh talks about what they want from their defense.
Yeah.
Like Big Jeff is going to be able to play like he's never been able to play before in this league, and he's been pretty successful already.
Very much so.
Yes, and so I'm going John Franklin Myers because I just think what they have at that edge position now with what they are going to want to do. Hey, look, you play 30 plays all out. That kind of thing. I think you can go John Franklin Myers or Jermaine Johnson, honestly. But I'll just go JFM.
Okay.
Is my guy.
Like that.
What about you?
Josepher Bonanno, would you like to go and get in on this little tirade or what?
I will go.
What you got? What you got, Dan?
I am going to go Alontae Taylor.
Oh!
Is that yours?
Yes.
Okay, I can switch.
No, go with him. Go with him, no.
Okay.
Because your reasoning may be different from
Okay,
mine.
I'm going for Alontae Taylor because...
Well, for one, he's a Vol.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Hey,
hell
lady.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You didn't even think about that?
No, that wasn't even part of my reason.
This is unbiased reckoning that we're doing here, Babs.
Anyways.
Zeph.
Dawn's thinking about it, not me. She said it.
I will say real quick before you finish, Zeph, I did, guess what they had on X today, on Twitter? It was the game that you did in that 45-42.
The Kentucky one?
Oh, the Kentucky one, yeah.
Versus Will Levis. I was out there looking for Babs. It was on, I forgot what, I should have sent it to the group. But they shut that where you can hear Babsy talking. It was ice cold. Was it raining and cold up there, or was it just cold?
It was just cold.
Just cold.
Yeah.
And the game was long because there was a lot of passing.
Yeah.
yeah. But go ahead, Zeb.
I mean, I want to say Tennessee only had the ball for like
Yeah.
8 minutes of the entire
that was
game,
insane.
and they
That
won.
was insane.
Yeah.
That was insane.
So I'm going to Lante Taylor because if you look at this defense over the last couple years, the one position they have never been able to just put out not only healthy players consistently, but productive players consistently is that cornerback room. And so a complete overhaul of the cornerback room going into 2026, obviously getting rid of Snead and you're bringing in Cordell Flott and Alante Taylor. So I really think you could put this on Flott or Taylor. But the reason I'm going Taylor is because predominantly when he played in New Orleans, you saw him play inside.
Yep.
When he comes to Tennessee, he's more than likely going to have to play on the outside.
Yeah.
And so if he can be a lockdown corner, or, I mean, he doesn't even have to be like lockdown, but if he can be a healthy and productive corner on the outside, a position that, you know, in the NFL, he hasn't really gotten most of his reps in. Now, he can play on the outside to play on the outside at Tennessee, and that's what got him drafted. But if he can come in and he can lock down that outside spot, that does so much for the front end and for these pass rushers who don't have to continuously be relied on in the game.
Yeah.
You can cover wide receivers, and you can cover on the back end. It works the other way around. We always talk about how a pass rush helps your corners, but a good cornerback room helps your pass rush too. So I think if you can have a guy like Alante Taylor come in and help lock down the outside, and find a team's number one, and put some clamps on him, or make it harder for them to be productive against this Titans defense, it's going to do wonders for the rest of the guys on that side of the ball. So that's why I'm going to Alante Taylor.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
Is your reasoning different?
Yeah, mine's a little bit different.
Okay.
My reasoning coming with Alante Taylor is because of what everything Zeph said, plus being able to get disguise the coverages that you can with him. And the physicality that he plays with, this guy is a great blitzer from the cornerback spot. Whether that be inside or outside, I think he's going to be real disruptive in the packages that they have for these guys, knowing that finding different ways to get pressure on quarterbacks, especially with the front line playing the way they are, getting upfield, meaning if I'm the quarterback, I'm kind of focused on what's in front of me and maybe not get my eyes out quick enough to see peripheral of what's coming up off the edge. I think he did a terrific job of that in New Orleans, especially last year. You know what I mean? The assistance to the running game, the assistance to getting the quarterback to break the pocket, all of that, and then his closing speed and not being afraid to put his face in the fan. I think it's huge. It's not a guy going in there to leg tackle or swipe. He's going in there to hit somebody. So I think that's one. But so I would deviate from that original plan and go to kind of got a 2-for-1 right here on this one, Babs.
Okay. Shocker.
Wow,
I'm
Slay
not
goes
going
too.
by the rules.
I actually am. I think these guys can be a fit that's going to take this team to another level that we haven't seen in the secondary since Kevin Byard left.
Okay.
And that's Amani Hooker and Kevin Winston Jr.
Okay.
Them two dudes right
There's
there.
a couple of those in the chat.
Is it?
Although then somebody else came back and said that the least expectations, Richie said, are for Femi
Yeah.
and Winston Jr.
Yeah, listen, totally get it. I just believe
I
with
don't know why Winston Jr. I mean,
with his body,
he came in hurt.
yeah, no question. But but we saw what he looks like too when given the opportunity to get healthy and play a little bit. This dude right here is different, and I think with that size, like I just said, man, being able to disguise packages that you got maybe 3 safeties in. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Amani Hooker, Tony Adams, and Kevin Winston, or you just go 2 safeties with bringing one of them down in the box. And I also like the situation Amani Hooker's in by needing to have a bounce back year. I think it's there. He got paid, and didn't have such a great year last year. Although on paper and on film, he was around the ball a lot. Stats were solid. It's just we've been used to an impact differently from the safety spot. And when they got rid of Kevin Byard, I thought he was moving into that spot already groomed, ready to take it over and fly on off with it. We hadn't got to see that, but I do think the talent is there to do that. I think he's going to have a really, really good year, along with Winston Jr., and they, on the backside of this defense, the communication they're going to bring to it, the confidence, being out there at OTAs, not only those two, even though those are two I'm picking, Tony Adams was a guy that was on the back end communicating like crazy. It's just wild, man, the frequency and flow that this defense and the secondary is playing with. I like where they are. And that's just with no pads on or anything, but you guarding some guys that are quick, like Wan'Dale Robinson, that was Babsey's guy coming out of it. Like, dude, that man is a problem. And they would take, like, he had his days, but the defense of the secondary had their days too. And I think with Flott and Alontae Taylor, those guys pressuring, man, it's going to be fun to watch that back end of the secondary, man, be able to get back there and make some plays. And I'm expecting to see what we didn't see the last 2 years when we were out there begging on our hands and knees, game in and game out, of having turnovers. Being able to turn, that defense being able to turn the ball over and get some takeaways. You get that coupled with this defense playing fire-free, man, I think at some point, I'm telling you,
they can be nasty.
I think they can be nasty,
Do you think that secondary, so the corners and the safety, do you think that is going to be the most improved unit from last year to this year?
I hope not. I hope the offensive line is the most improved unit.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of need
like,
them
why?
to be.
Okay,
I need them to be.
So I understand that, but when you're looking at what they brought in and how they revamped all these different rooms,
yeah,
I feel like the corner had the secondary in general had the biggest facelift just because of what you had in the cornerback.
Well, because you didn't have crap.
You didn't have anything.
They exited everybody out. Yeah. The only one you had for a minute, you had our guy, Baked Beans.
Roger McCreary. Who's now in Detroit and will be getting.
I love that you still call him Baked Beans.
That was his name. He loved
them Auburn Baked Beans.
He loved
Bush's baby.
Bush's Baked Beans.
Hey, listen,
right.
that's the best advertisement they ever did. Him walking around SEC Media Days with him.
Which he's now in Detroit, and he'll be getting a lot more playing time considering a situation with one of their former DBs.
Yeah.
Terrion Arnold.
Who they just released.
Yeah.
Who they did just release. But when you look at like the change from last year to this year, I feel like that secondary unit is where it's either the secondary or the wide receiver where they change the most.
Yeah.
And that's where their biggest facelifts. So I understand. You hope the offensive line is, because I feel like that's going to contribute to more success, especially offensively. But in terms of like what they brought in, I feel like that secondary unit is actually going to be the most improved.
I ain't mad at that.
What is Femi dealing with? Sorry, I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
He broke, or he like fractured something in his leg, remember?
I know, but it feels like it's something new.
I'm not sure.
He has something new? I'll look it up.
Sure. I'm actually not sure.
I mean, I don't think that there's anything out there.
Right. I don't know. I wish he can come along. I think
it was a season-ending fractured leg in his right leg during week 6 that basically kept him out the rest of the season.
Okay.
So now,
did he have a setback though recently? Like before mini camps, or we think it's still just recovery?
According to this article from the Tennessean from last month, or earlier this month, it's still June. Coaching staff not concerned about 2025 second-round pick Femi Oladejo's recent absence from open practice. Okay. So they're not concerned, according to that.
Well, of course they're not going to tell you they're concerned in OTAs.
We're concerned.
But I think with Femi, it's transitioning into yet another defense after he was already kind of transitioning into a true pass rusher from college to the NFL. Then he gets set back with the injury, and now he's got to learn a whole new defense. They brought in so much on that defensive line and in that edge position. So now he's in a battle, which you would think iron sharpens iron, but the only time will tell whether or not he responds appropriately to what they've brought in. So we'll see. I mean, is it Brent that says he's most interested in Femi, and that's what one of the players he keeps whenever we brought this up, that he's most interested seeing in Robert Saleh's system going into 2026. So I am too. I mean, you got Jermaine Johnson, John Franklin Myers, which can be put out there. You bring in the rookie Keldrick Falk. So I mean, he's going to have to work and compete. But with Robert Saleh, we've heard he likes to rotate his line. So he's going to get his opportunities. It just depends on what he can do with them.
Yeah, he'll get that opportunity, no question. I think the other part about the edge, if those guys can't get there, I think there's going to be so much of a push interior-wise, whether that be from the big guys up front or these linebackers. Like being able to watch those guys, man, shoot gaps, Cedric Gray, Anthony Hill Jr., watching those guys shoot gaps, dog, that is literally like watching heat-seeking missiles go and attack. Like they are on it. So it's a lot of places it can come from. I do think I think the secondary, the defense as a whole has a chance to be really good. And back to that nasty status, we've missed that. We need that. And I'm gonna just go back to the offensive line. I know we're talking about defense today, but this offensive line is who they're supposed to be. That team looks different when they come out and they established last year established that running game. And Tony Pollard was running all over. Mm-hmm. Now the setbacks by false starts and all that, like that's stuff you can't have. That's the stuff that got to also be cleaned up. Shooting yourself in the foot, putting yourself behind the chains where third and long is not where you need to be, dog. It's not where you need to be. Like, you don't get to see your weapons on third and long every single time. So that's where I'm at on it. That's who I'm riding with, Babsy. I like the safeties in this one.
All right. Who do you guys like? We'll pull some answers from the chat. We got some people on the line want to talk about it. 615-737-1045. Your Titans defensive player not named Big Jeff. That will be key to the improved record in 2026. Give us a call. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. It is Tuesday, and we're still rocking along with you. We appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat with us. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
That's where you can find us. You can always hit us up also at 615-737-1045. Go to 1045thezone.com and get your tickets for Split Happens. That'll be happening on July the 16th.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, there we go.
I got to put that in the calendar.
Yeah, come on, Babs. Get on it. Get on it. We need you to get on it.
Oh, I already have it in my calendar.
Look at you. You ready? Which Titans defensive player not named Jeffrey Simmons will be the key to an improved record for this Tennessee Titans team this year? You heard our picks. Now it's time for you to weigh in. What do you got for us? Who are we going to first, Babs?
Joey in the Plains. Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Yesterday
Babsy.
you said offensively Gunnar Helm, right?
Yeah, then
Am
I
I
switched it over. Yeah, but then I switched it over to Tajay.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
that's right. All right, so
Yeah, 'cause
defensively, no big
so
Jeff.
defensively, yeah. So defensively, I'm going with Slay and Kevin Winston Jr.
Okay.
And
Well,
the
that was his
reason
second
why
name.
is because listening to him, and, listen to everybody talk about him, listen to him, but when I hear him in the games, he reminds me a lot of Ed Reed from back in the day.
Okay.
Like he's your center fielder. He's going to be back there watching everything. If he can stay healthy, daring them to come across the middle of the field right there. But then also he does better than Ed because he also gets down into the box and sticks his nose down in there, and he'll go after. He'll put his nose in there, and he's not afraid to go knock somebody's block off.
I like that. You got to have it.
And real quick, Slay Dog, thank you for asking me that yesterday because nobody's ever asked me that question. So thank you for, asking how I dealt with this.
No doubt, brother. No doubt, man. Appreciate you being
All right,
open to
but
share.
y'all have a good one. And all right, brother. Yeah, y'all have a good one. We'll talk tomorrow.
No doubt, my man.
Thank you, Joey.
Get ready to get back up in school. That's what you finna do. Joey.
Speaking of, tomorrow, while
Then
we're
come
at
get
it,
a job at the Zone.
Yeah.
we will be at Fog Street Lawn Club.
Oh, yes.
Previewing the U.S.'s World Cup match in the knockout rounds versus Bosnia. So if you got time, 3 to 6, come out to Fog Street Lawn Club.
Bosnians.
What game is going on when we're there? Do you know?
I do. Give me 1 second. It'll be Belgium versus Senegal.
Senegal.
That is the second game of the day,
Second,
which
that's
is happens during our time slot.
So England is the first one.
And yes, England versus Congo DR. And then Senegal, a.k.a. Senegal, because they have been scoring a lot of goals so far this World Cup.
There you go. So you can watch the Belgium game there and then get ready for USA.
And at the
USA.
45
Fog
minute
Street
mark.
Lawn Club. This place is
Yes.
awesome.
This ain't our last place.
We've been there before.
We've been there
Yeah.
before. Remember they had the
Axe Thorn.
oh my gosh, what was the?
We was on the roof.
we were
Yeah,
on the roof.
yeah.
The
Oh, yeah,
balls.
yeah.
What's the game called?
And the food
did a
is
little
really good.
bowling game thing.
It's the soccer
lawn
place.
bowling. Yeah, I
Lawn
think that's what they
bowling,
call it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are we on the roof tomorrow?
I would assume so.
You better bring your little fan.
I'm finna order something. I gotta order something because this is gonna be
What, a
it's gonna be
fan?
too- yeah, I need a whole like
They
a little
have
fan
an
with
inside,
mist.
though.
I hope no, they do. I hope we're inside. I think
Oh, yeah,
outside
'cause
was
it's
The roof
totally
is
dope. The roof
awesome,
is
though.
dope, dog.
Yeah.
The view is astounding. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I just
Listen.
need something sprayed on me.
I know. I'll say this, though. I sat under our pavilion today. It was hot as all get out today, but I sat in the shade, and the wind felt good. Like,
Okay.
I wasn't even hot. So
Okay, well, it looks like I'll be
maybe
shirt
as
off
long
tomorrow.
as you're in the shade. I don't know if we're going to be on the roof
We
or
will be
not.
on the rooftop.
There you go.
Just looked. We are on the rooftop. That address is 648 Fog Street, Nashville, Tennessee.
Just come naked.
Yeah, that's yes. That's
I'm
why
kidding.
oh no, I'm not. I think
I guess it is
I'm
your birthday.
shirtless. Yeah,
Or what, birthday week.
I got a birthday
suit.
outfit just for it.
Not that birthday out.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's check in. Misty and Bon Aqua.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Misty.
Misty,
What's up, guys?
you on good behavior today, Misty?
Yes, happy belated birthday. I just want to know
Thank you.
who opened the gates of hell because they need to be shut.
Man,
No
they got the
kidding.
windows open and everything.
It is
My
hot.
horse is 104 right now.
Man, yeah, it's
But
serious.
my question is, this is my opinion, which opinions are like, you know what? But I can't pick one player because there's no I in team.
Okay.
Defense has got to step up. Offense has got to step up. Special teams has got to step up. Coaches need to step up.
Mm-hmm.
And ownership needs to step up.
I like that. The entire organization needs to step up.
You
is
just
what
put
you're
them all
saying.
on blast? Yes.
Yeah, Misty.
Well, I mean, because there's no I in team.
Yeah,
There's not one person
right. Yeah.
that's going to make a difference.
What
If
do you
don't
mean
have your-
ownership, though? I mean, I feel like they have.
They have, but I think they can do better.
Okay.
But,
During the process.
doing the process, yeah. So if you don't have a defense, your offense is not going to do good. If you don't have an offense, your defense is not going to do good.
Right.
And if you have coaches that don't make the right calls or the right plays or do what they're supposed to be, then why are you out there?
We saw that.
Yeah. Plenty of times, too. We got you, Misty.
All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Stay cool. Play. Go on TikTok. Order the fan that you can clip to your clothes. The best thing ever. The best thing ever.
Say no more. I'm headed
Y'all
that
have a
way.
great day.
Yes, ma'am. I'm headed that way right now. I'm all in for that. I mean, all in. Because I like.
Dang, Mbappe scored again.
What's the score? What's the score?
Yeah, see, 45. I would say 45. It better not be no 45.
I was going to say, that's a hell of a soccer game.
Damn.
1-0 at halftime. Yeah, I think he scored at the 45-minute mark right before halftime. So.
Oh, so yeah, he got it in right there before the extra time.
Yep, Mbappe and Mbappe.
I do think that Miss Amy has done what she can, at least this offseason. They went on that spending spree. They brought in a bunch of big pieces, and
She let her GM.
let her GM. They got Big Jeff contract done.
They got that whole thing figured out of who's in charge.
Yeah, they've got the
Chad
the
Brinker's
flow
gone.
chart up there figured out. So I feel like she is doing exactly what people have been asking of her for the last couple of years. Now we just got to see the product on the field resemble those changes and start to get a little bit better too.
That's right. I'm for all that. I do understand that it is a process. Like, you got a whole new regime in now, again.
Right.
And hopefully there isn't a turnover from these guys. We need these guys to kind of be mainstays, if you will. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long we'll get Dayball if they're successful, but we can give them 2 years to get some groundwork up under Cam.
Get Cam comfortable in the league.
I think then we can, you start reaching out to guys and kind of, we're going to continue to reach back. I am for sure.
Then it's a place you want to be,
yeah,
too. if
I'm going to
you're-
continue to reach back to Josh Allen. I mean, after you got him right, move on. Josh, go get it. You're young. You know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
You can fit anybody in that mode. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We will take more of your calls into the 5 o'clock hour on which Titans defensive player not named Big Jeff will be the key to an improved record in 2026. We'll talk about what Peyton Manning said, and we will wrap up kind of the news of the day, everything that's come out. That's all in the 5 o'clock hour on 3HL 1045 The Zone. Give us a call, 615-737-1045.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
It's Ramon Foster, and I'm with Aaron from United Structure Systems. Man, they came by today to check out my house. If there's anything, any issues, small or big, you're gonna fill us in there.
We can take care of it no matter what kind of problems. So first off, we'll just kind of take a look through your house and see what kind of issues you got going. You know, cracks in the brick, cracks in the drywall, weird spots in the floor, doors sticking, windows not opening properly. Once we identify those areas, we're going to do a thorough inspection around the outside, make sure there's no issues going on with that. And then once we look over it, we'll talk about what's going on, and hopefully we ain't got no issues, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mr. Foster, so we have looked at the issues that you brought up. We had the drywall in the attic up here above your bonus or your garage. You had some doors sticking.
I did.
Going in your bathroom. So we've inspected all that. We don't see any major structural concerns. So you're going to be one of our lucky good news customers today. There is some minor deflection there. That's not an uncommon thing. As any house is built, it's its biggest and its strongest the day that it's born. Gotcha. Right? And from that point, it just gets older, just like us. We ain't hopping up out of bed, taking off down the hallway, running down stairs anymore.
Not protecting quarterbacks anymore.
No.
Opening up late. We're done.
Your guard ain't there no more.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
So it just happens. It gets a little older and it starts to deflect. Now, there are some things we can do to kind of help adjust those doors, mainly adjusting in the door, which we don't necessarily do, and maybe doing some light shimming in the crawl space down there to address those sticking doors. But for now, no major issues there. We did talk about the grading in the back and some issues that we can take care of back there for you. But that's pretty much up in a nutshell. No big issues and you're good to go. So.
Awesome. So again, what you deal with United Structural Systems is it's upfront, it's honest, and now I can sleep peacefully at night, okay?
Good afternoon. It's 5:04. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from 104.5 The Zone Circa Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs Studios. Several NBA news and notes today, including LeBron James, the NBA's all-time point scorer, will continue his NBA career in the 2026-2027 season, but he has informed the Los Angeles Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he is planning to play elsewhere, his agent revealed today. Also, the Los Angeles Clippers are nearing a deal to send Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, a first-pick swap, and 2 second-rounders, as Kawhi heads back to Toronto. In World Cup news, France currently leads 1-0 at the half. We'll see the second half play out here in just a little bit. Ferrari Foundation Repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome back in here to 3HL on 104.5 The Zone on this good Tuesday. What's up, good people? What's happening? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
That's where you can find us. Yours on assignment right now. Babsy's in the building. And guess what? I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Keep Zeph on his toes now. In the car? Yes, indeed, man. A lot covered today, man. We've had to catch you guys up. We've had Greg Cosell jump in with us, break down the AFC South running back and tight end rooms. We had our World Cup ambassador, Lucas Panzica, hop on and give us our World Cup update. Give us a little forecast of what it'll look like tomorrow when USA takes on Bosnia. And then speaking about that, you can join us tomorrow to warm on up for the game at... Where?
Fog Street Lawn Club.
Yeah, why can't I find? There it is. 648 Fog Street, right here in Nashville, Tennessee, 37203. That's the zip code in case you need to type that in on your Waze or whatever it is. To get there, you can get there, and
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, the official beer partner of both FIBA, World Cup, and Team USA. How about that?
We're going to have to be drinking some Ultras to stay cool.
Oh, absolutely.
You come challenge me in lawn bowling?
Yeah, I ain't even going to challenge because I know I'm losing. I wasn't nothing in that the last time.
No, you struggled.
Yeah, I don't really like that. But the view from the patio where we'll be?
Struggled. Oh, the view's amazing.
Oh, the view is great.
I'm talking about this picture perfect. Last time we were up there was windy as heck. I remember my papers blowing all over the place.
I hope it's windy again. That'll feel good.
Oh, and their food's really good.
It's
I remember
really
their
good.
food was...
The bar setup is nice. It's shaded right there in the bar area. Got a nice little turf. You can walk around on, bring the kiddos up, and then the downstairs.
Plenty of seating up there.
Plenty of restaurant downstairs. So it's
It'll
a
be
great
fun.
environment. Yeah, come on out, man.
So
Check
come
out
see
USA
us.
Bosnia.
We'll be there 3 to 6. By the way, Justin, now I love Justin in the chat. Justin Brinkley, he added comedy to his name. But can we please stop pretending we like soccer? It's making my head hurt. Soccer is so boring. I'd rather talk WNBA or baseball.
Oh, wow.
Really, Justin? Are you really? I mean, you guys know me. I am like, I hate a sport that doesn't have a winner, and I hate the draw thing and whatever. And, I think I'm jaded from my very first job out of college where I had to shoot the Wilmington Hammerheads and then go back and anchor the show. And I'd be like, just give me a freaking goal so I can go finish my show.
Please, I'm begging.
So I'm like totally jaded by soccer, but I am all in on the World Cup. Like, I think it's really, the games are fast and entertaining, and I'm constantly amazed at how fast these players are on the pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, just the speed stands out to you when you watch these games, but I think it's extremely entertaining. The fan shots and crowd shots. Like, I mean, I'm not pretending here. I really think that this is an awesome, fun event and has been really fun to watch.
Also, when you have a day like yesterday where you have a game go down to literally the last minute.
Yeah.
You have 2 games go to penalty kicks. Like, it's not like we're getting, blowouts like 5-0. And
Right.
It's just
They're
one
like
team
really
just
good
mopping.
games.
They are
Yeah.
really good competitive games, and it's on a world stage. It only happens once every 4 years. So.
Yeah. That's why I think, like, in this occasion, there's no knock to the regular seasons of soccer or anything, but this is a whole different feel.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
a different feel.
Yeah,
That's what it
I've yet to see any World Cup not live up as far as energy goes. When it goes to that country, you see the culture of that country. Like, I think it's always spot on.
And maybe part of it too is like you're playing for your country. That kind of, it's like an Olympics
Yep,
feel.
bingo. You hit it on the head.
And so I think maybe that's why
You hit it on the head.
It's more enjoyable if you're not a soccer person. But
You hit it on the head, Babsy.
No, give it a chance.
Doubt. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
That's so.
Look at Reese. Hype it all you want. The sport sucks.
That's okay. I mean, you
That's our
guess
boy
what?
Reese.
Yeah, Reese. Reese, you can call in and tell them tomorrow at 10. Starting at 10. Oh, you can start in the morning. Will Bowling, I love to hear. You got from 6 to 1 that you can call in and let them know how much it sucks. You got some real soccer heads over there. So I love to hear that back and forth.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah, because Pan is good. Yeah.
And bowling gets very, what do you call it?
In his
Defensive.
feelings. No, he getting in his feelings about it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
I think Reese would appreciate soccer more if he knew how much soccer fans drink. Like they
Yeah, you'd fit right in, Reese.
they can drink some beer now, Reese.
That's true.
You would fit right in.
That's true.
And they get
point.
rowdy. Like those crowds, it's not like sitting there watching golf where you got to be quiet. No, they get rowdy.
I'm gonna tell you the one that got me. The one they did in South Africa, I believe. That World Cup, like that was the rollout for it was amazing. The energy around it was amazing.
That country
like
was all
man, dude,
in.
they repped. Repped. That was dope. That was dope to see, and that let me know like this is a different energy. You know. And then you heard Pan, him talking about Brazil. You know what I mean? His time in Brazil, being a little kid, like it's different, dog. I think it would help also if the USA was in contention like they are right now. The hope is there.
Yeah.
I think that helps for us
And
anyway.
one of the better U.S. teams that they ever fielded. That certainly helps too.
Talent right there. So
Yeah. Okay, before we chat, Peyton, let's check in with Gator Mike.
All right.
In Nashville. Hey, Gator Mike, are you going to give us an answer to our question, or are you just calling the chat?
I don't know what the question is, but also
I figured.
real quickly, right when Zeph picked up my call, you mentioned something about Gator Justin. What did he say?
Oh, Justin
in the chat.
Yeah, Justin in the chat said, "Can we stop pretending that we like soccer?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's one of the worst Gator fans out there, Don. As you probably know, he usually he's one of these bandwagon fans. You know, when they're good, he's great, but when we're down, he's the worst. So just don't listen to what he has to say.
Okay. Justin, you got called out.
Yeah. So what's the question of the day?
It is which Titans defensive player not named Big Jeff will be the key for an improved record this season? Not named Big Jeff. Yeah.
Made him whistle right there.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. I'm gonna have to tweet my answer back in on that. But real quickly, first off, Monday, Ron was giving me a hard time about the karaoke thing. You know, I was networking. I actually got those tourists and their daughters to get up there to sing. Remember, Don, you heard them?
You did, and they were actually really good.
They were good. I told them they did great. And then Ron breaking down some Chris Stapleton, that was great. But, you know, it was great just getting to meet some of the other people. Meeting Mrs. Zeph. I got to hang out with her while y'all were finishing the show before karaoke. And
Zeph's
got to meet
wife.
Ross and all that stuff. It was great. So, Ron, I will sign up first at our next event. We need to do that like once a quarter. That was so much fun.
It was a great time.
I agree. It took us 3 years to convince management to allow us to do it.
One.
But yeah, Ron, you killed Chris Stapleton.
Yes.
Don, you were amazing as always. But real quickly, also too, shout out, there is a registry for Zeph for him and his wife for people that are asking. Zeph, I noticed there wasn't a Gator onesie on there, so I'll take care of that.
You better not.
Listen, you don't have to put that on there. So,
Listen, I will
take care of that for you.
burn that on video and post it on social media.
Oh man, I would love to see that.
Well, what about a Gator beekeeper? Nike.
I'm going to tie that one to a firework and shoot it up in the sky. It better be Tennessee orange or it's getting
real quickly,
burned.
Don, while I was on hold too, when are y'all broadcasting live? Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow at Fog Street Lawn Club.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'll be by. I came by that last one. That was a good event. I'll be by.
Yeah. Good.
Swing
We'll
on
see
through,
you tomorrow. Everybody else come on
All
by,
right, good to
too.
talk to y'all.
I get it, Mike.
See you later, Mike.
All right, bye-bye.
He wasn't even listening to our question here. So,
Oh, yes. Our favorite.
Mike from Old Hickory's on the line.
Yes.
All right. That's a great 520 segment right there from Mike.
Okay. All right, Mike.
Chat, do we take his call today? Do we take his call?
The chat speaks.
His subject is Titans predicted record. We're leaving it up to you, chat.
Leave it up to the chat.
Mike and Old Hickory, do we
take
go
Mike's
there?
Call? This is going to be good.
Find out after the break. All right, just one more day here for the June Dawn deal for Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. If you need new windows and or new doors, replacement windows, replacement doors, this is who you need to call, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They're the absolute best. And if you don't believe me, then you can just go check out their Google reviews. They have a 4.9 with millions of reviews, maybe not millions, but you get my point. And people talk about how different they are for competitors, the quality of product, the craftsmanship of their windows and their doors, and then the process of installation, which I can tell you that allows them to warranty their work even more than it's already warranted. Lifetime warranty on those windows, and they back up their labor with a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, you can either give them a call at 615-249-1910, or you can stop by one of their showrooms in Franklin or Hendersonville, or the easiest way is schedule your free consultation and they'll come out to you at your home. Check out the Dawn deal, and you can do that all online. Very easy. PellaNashville.com.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
Welcome back in to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. It is Tupac Tuesday. What's happening, good people? Hope y'all staying cool out there, man. I'm going to continue to say that because I think it needs to be effort to stay cool that you got to put in and stay hydrated. Yeah. See? I bet y'all want me to come around with that little cooler now that everybody was pointing and laughing at.
I do.
Bring some ice cold waters. Babs, listen, let me commend you, though. You know why?
Why? Because I'm drinking water.
You've been on your water, and I'm beyond proud. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Nothing makes me happier than to look over there and see empty water bottles.
I know, and I hate it. I hate water.
It's so good.
Like, water is the worst.
It's so good for you.
Ugh.
You're going to start noticing. You're going to be like, oh, look at my skin. Like, everything just looks so good. It's glowing. Like.
So the reason that I'm doing it is because I am, maybe you know, Matt Murphy and Dan Mandis did it, Contours. Mm-hmm. Which is like red light therapy, basically.
Yeah.
So I did it on my face, which it's supposed to help produce collagen. Mm-hmm. I need ways to stay young looking without having to do like fillers or Botox or any of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm trying to do anything, and then also they do it for like fat loss.
Right.
But the big key is you have to drink lots of water. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which every doctor I've ever gone to has been like, do you drink enough water? I'm like, no, I don't. So anyway, so I am trying. I'm trying
I'm just
here.
proud.
Thank you.
So proud.
But do you know what's annoying about drinking a lot of water?
What?
You got to pee all the time.
Yeah, you flushing the toxins.
I have to go out in the break and pee every single time. Normally, I don't pee at all.
That's right. The water bill got to get paid, Babsy.
Ugh, that's the annoying part.
It's not annoying.
Like, I don't have time to pee all the time.
Yes, you do, man. Like, what? How you don't have time, man?
Too busy, Slay.
No, you get it done. Get it done.
All right, so the chat, we said, do we take Mike and Old Hickory's call? Because he's kind of a lightning rod. It's hit or miss with Mike. Like, I love Mike and Old Hickory some days, and then I despise Mike and Old Hickory some days, and I go off on him. So it's like hit or miss. Mixed reviews in the chat, but for the most part, yes, give me Mike.
People want Mike.
We did get from Paragon, I'm not mentally prepared for Mike.
Do we put Mike on a timer today?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Lauren Reese said he'll mention O-line 132 times.
True. Probably true.
But all in all, absolutely. It's a yes.
I mean, hey.
So, Mike and Old Hickory, you got the vote yes to come on the show today. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, and you know what? I'm basically a pretty good guy. I'm really good.
I don't doubt that, Mike.
I like to talk to you guys because I love sports, and I listen to your program, and you know that.
Yes.
So you're very popular, and I love it. And but you know, we got to talk, and there's a couple of things I want to ask Babs.
Here we go. We're already starting it. Look, Slay's already about to sit back.
Says you ready?
I'm ready for you, Mike.
It's about the Titans and the betting society, the betting groups. They are the ones that, they bet against teams, for teams, whatever, players, blah, blah, blah. The Titans, according to the betting community, and I'm asking you this, Babs, directly, the Titans now, according average, is going to be 6-11 or 7-10 this season. What do you think about that? And do you think it's real, not real? You agree with it, not agree with it? What is your opinion?
Wow, Mike. This is a very good call by you.
Can I,
Vegas has the over-under at 5.5. So you are correct. Yes, Slate, go ahead.
No, that's what I was about to say. That was, yeah.
That was not a lightning rod Mike call.
No, it wasn't. I thought Mike
Wait,
had...
but hold on. Mike, what is your opinion on that?
I'm listening to you because you're the experts, but my opinion is that I'm going on the positive side, 7-10. What do you think?
Oh,
okay.
Welcome to the positive light, Mike. And didn't know you can find your way down this avenue, brother.
Me either, but I like it. Even with the offensive line.
That you and me, Babs, we have a lot of agreement on that.
Yes.
So anyway,
that is very true.
I'll just hang up and listen. You guys are great. I always listen to you. Always will.
Well, thanks, Mike. We appreciate you. Happy 4th, by the way. Enjoy your week.
You bet.
Right.
Same to you.
See, look.
I'm impressed with
Love
Mike.
Mike today.
Good job, Mike.
Bippity Boppity B said, are we voting in callers now? Yeah, I think we should do that.
Sometimes we have to, guys.
Yeah.
And gals.
Yes.
Understood.
Berrigan, will the real Mike please stand up?
I'm with him.
Does it? Slay was like, what?
Like, yeah, hold on. Where are you coming from with this, dog?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was going to be something on the back end. Like, this can't be the call.
So right now, Vegas has the Titans' projected win total at 5.5. Right? That is the consensus, basically.
Some books have it 6.5, but it's around right there.
Okay, I would go over for both of them.
Yep.
7-10. Now I'll ask this. Dude, Holler and Dave, 4-13. Come on now, they've made a lot of moves.
Yeah, not
Would you be happy with 6-11 or 7-10 as a Titans fan? Would that be like, oh, hey, there's progress, or does it completely depend on what they look like at 6-11 or 7-10?
Completely what they look like. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the reason being,
and is
because
it specifically who looks like what?
Yeah.
With that record.
Yeah. Now we keep in mind.
But listen, if they're 6-11 or 7-10, that means Cam Warren isn't trash.
No, absolutely. And where do those 7 wins come from?
Right.
So,
You gonna go through the schedule?
yep, I'm about to right now.
Okay.
And I'm also asked this: if looking at it, and you go 7-10, and so you have what, 2, 4, 6 games in the division, right? If you go,
500, split it.
yeah, I mean, my bad, yeah. So
If you split it, you're.
I don't know, and I don't. That's not what I need.
Okay.
So for my 7, I don't need no split.
What do you need?
I need them to win the division. Then, if that's the case, yeah.
So at least 4 wins in the division.
At least 4 wins. I can see losing at Indianapolis,
Twice.
and maybe at Houston.
At
I think they go
Indianapolis
get
and
Jacksonville.
here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm again. I think Jacksonville is going to take a step back.
You really do. You've been saying that.
Yeah,
for a while.
I don't like what they did with their running back room.
Their entire offseason was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Taking 2 tight ends,
Yeah.
Second round and fifth round.
Yeah.
And then signing their Brenton Strange.
Yeah.
Well, clearly you know what they want to do offensively with those moves.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then in the running back room, they're only relying on Bashaw Tootin, the kid out of Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
Is Van okay?
It might be minivan.
What is he doing? Taking apart a desk or something?
Probably downstairs working on his acrobatic flips.
Feels like it. For those of you who don't know, the entire room just shook and is continuing to shake.
Probably a bop or something.
But yeah, the running back room, Bashaw Tootin is, I believe he went to Virginia Tech, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, they don't really have much in that running back room.
Right.
So tight ends and wide receivers, which big question mark for Brian Thomas Jr., who had a slump year last year.
Right.
For them.
So that's the other thing. You need to get him back on track. But that's them. The other, you got Cleveland at home. You got the Jets at home. Now, granted, this is on paper. I know our teams have turnarounds, but these teams are teams with new coaches too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, not the Jets, but
I mean, yeah, not them, but they might as well. I mean, he had one season and he's a cornerback and they couldn't even get an interception. Like I like where we are. I like where we are. I don't want us to be the first team to give him the interception. So
I like the odds.
Yeah, I like them. I like our odds versus at New York, at the Giants. I like that. You know what I'm saying? The Browns, I already talked about the division, so I won't go over those. 4-2 in that, 5-2 with the Jets win. 5 wins. I'm gonna say that. I ain't gonna talk about the losses. 6 with the Browns here.
Okay.
Commanders
at 6.
come here. I'm already at 6.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway through the season. Commanders come here. That could be a toss-up. We don't know what you're getting in Jaden
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Is he going to be healthy?
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and you also hear it's still rumors that, what's the name, is trying to reunite with Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk.
Oh,
he's trying to get out. Yeah,
dude's a mess.
They're going crazy right now. So I don't know what we don't know what will come of that. So I do think he could be a help to Commanders, so that could change their outlook. You got at the Raiders. I like us going to the Raiders. I just do. I like that. Steelers come here.
Really? Even though you don't know who the quarterback's going to be? Then?
Yep. Like it even more.
Do you like it more if it's Kirk Cousins or Fernando?
Fernando.
Fernando,
please.
but like have Kirk start the season and then Fernando come midway through.
Yeah, him. I want him.
Get him early.
Yeah, and get him early.
I want him trying to figure it out.
I mean, early in his
early.
time.
Yes, I got. Yeah.
And then the Steelers come here. With the Steelers coming here, I like that reasoning because that'll be the last game played in Nissan, and I can see them bringing back every Titan that played in this stadium ever in life.
Can I give you another one for that
they're going to do
game?
it big.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I give you another one for that one?
What?
You're facing Aaron Rodgers, who has no mobility, and
Yes.
you just upgraded your pass rush.
Yes.
You got Big Jeff.
Yep.
You've got John Franklin Myers, Jermaine
Yep.
Johnson. You bring in Keldrick Falk.
Yep.
You have a new system that is designed to go after the quarterback.
John Franklin Myers was my difference maker that I picked, too, defensively.
So that's
yeah.
That's 5. That's
6.
a lot of wins.
Yeah.
That's 9.
Shoot,
I got us
you
at
have
9.
them.
And I ain't even talk about going to the Bengals.
See, that one's interesting to me because
Cincinnati?
That one is, I think, is going to be can Cam Ward and the offense keep up with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and that offense?
And that's before going into a bye. But I like what you saying that too, though, Zelf. I like the defense in that situation too. I think it's a bigger challenge for the defense more than the offense to try to keep up with them. I need the offense to beat them. I need the defense to get stops. You feel me? Because that's the experienced group in this bunch.
And that goes back to bringing in Cordell Flott and Alante Taylor to be able to attack guys like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Yep.
And Alante was your pick.
And Alante was my pick. So, because like last year, if you had gone up against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins with the secondary that the Titans were fielding last year,
750 yards.
At least. That would have been a disaster.
I mean, it wouldn't have been a good matchup. No. This year, you've kind of put yourself, assuming, health and everything, you kind of put yourself in a situation to actually be competitive against a caliber of player and a caliber of wide receiver room like that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if your pass rush, like we just mentioned with Aaron Rodgers, can get through a Bengals offensive line that has always struggled, and I know they've added some pieces to it, but if you can get to Joe Burrow, I don't know.
So that'll put you 4-2 in Division 9 and
I don't
8.
know the last time they got to Joe Burrow and they still won.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, but that was because the offense did some bad
I know.
things.
We don't need
saying.
the offense losing the game. So 9-8 or 10-7 is kind of where I sit.
That's pretty optimistic.
Yeah, and that'll also give you probably second place.
I mean, that
in the
also shows you that it is a manageable schedule
Yes,
for
it
this
is.
team this year.
Yes, it is. Right now, like we don't need
Correct.
these teams to turn out and be like they turned the
Right.
corner. Don't turn the corner this year on us.
Like all the teams the Titans played last year
Exactly.
that were supposed to be crappy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. So yeah, that we need
Good
Patriots
question,
like-
Mike from Old Hickory. Look
look
what
at
he
Mike.
just kicked off here on a random Tuesday.
Look at old Mike. You.
Did Mbappe score again? What?
Yeah, it's 2-0, I think. No, it's 3-0.
3-0.
Well scored.
And guess what? Mbappe now has 18 goals in 18 World Cup games.
So is he the leader?
He's
Or is it still
I think
Messi?
he's tied with Messi. Unless Messi has scored, I'm pretty sure he's tied with Messi now.
But he's how old? 27.
27. He's
That's
much younger. Half the games or half the World Cups, way less games.
That's insane. Speaking NFL, let's throw this little nugget out real quick.
Okay.
I got it right.
Nugget
over
us
here.
up.
Nuggets coming up, Babsy. Here we go. Check it out, y'all. Do
I have
want that
no
statement?
idea what you're about to say.
I love it too. Memo was sent today to all NFL teams saying that the NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby will not be pursuing any further litigation regarding his entry into the NFL, and that instead, Sorsby will focus on his preparation for entry into the 2027 NFL Draft. Sorsby will be considered a draft-eligible player for the 27 NFL Draft and will not be eligible to sign an NFL player contract until the completion of the 2027 NFL Draft.
So he's got a full year
Yeah, just go find
without organized football.
Go sit somewhere and chill.
Yikes. I mean, he's
I
not going to be
wonder-
chilling, but
Yeah, like I don't know if you should. I don't know how I feel about just sitting a year, no contact in a football game. Yeah, you can sit out there and go to pass and throw it through trash cans and through hoops and all of that.
I mean-
Get some guys run routes, but
I know this sounds terrible. He's also a quarterback. It's not like you're talking
getting
about
touched, it's like contact
right.
anyway. Yeah,
It's
you
not
need-
like you're talking about a lineman or a running back
Yeah.
who, is physical
yeah.
contact, hardcore every single snap,
Yeah.
you know?
But what about his that instinct,
But like timing
man?
and speed and all of that, I
Yeah,
mean, that's
feel.
hard. That's hard to get in practice in refining your craft.
Right.
Especially when you haven't been at the NFL level before.
Before, yeah, that's
so,
fair.
So not only have you never done it at the NFL level, but now you're missing out completely.
Now you're coming off a full year.
It's already a challenge going from college to the NFL and, in a good transition. Now you're going a full year of nothing competitive.
Yeah.
And in between that, I wonder how I will be interested to see come April 2027 how teams will view him.
I am going to be fascinated to see what happens with him and what his career looks like later.
Because you're going to get the quarterback bump because that's just what happens in the NFL. Quarterbacks they get a little bump in the draft. Just is what it is. But
It's a separate draft.
I would be very interested to see how teams view that no competitive football. Actually, it'd be like over a year and a half in terms of calendar year.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I watched him a lot in action last year with Cincinnati, and he's a damn good player.
Yeah. You saw him firsthand.
Yeah.
This is from Brendan Sorsby. I don't know if this was from his team, but it says from Brendan Sorsby.
Yeah, he put it on his Instagram. So
Okay.
he wrote it himself in like his notes column and put
There
it
it
out.
is.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of news about me out there, and I want to share this statement to make sure that things are clear. I accept 100% responsibility for my actions. I did not have control of my gambling problem, and it took getting caught for me to realize that. But it was truly the best thing that could have happened to me. Because of this, I've been able, he was trying to say two. I've been able to get the help I need and fully focus on my recovery. The news about the supplemental draft changes nothing about my recovery journey. I will continue to take it one day at a time, focusing on making myself better throughout this process and making sure to share what I have learned and will continue to learn with others going forward. I am fully committed to being the best version of myself that I can be while getting ready for the 2027 draft. God makes no mistakes, and I look forward to seeing the good that is to come from this. Let me say this.
That's
to
a
your
great
point, Zell.
statement.
Yes. to your point, Zelf, getting to know him and what, like we all know, everybody loves a turnaround,
Comeback story.
a comeback story. You know what I'm saying? And it's always open for that if you wasn't on the other end, and sometimes on the other end of hurting someone or taking someone's life. But in this situation here, if he does, and this is what I was thinking at first, if he does take this recovery journey serious and you really did have a problem and you want to lean on that part of it, more power to you. Show us that. You know what I mean? Show us how serious you are, and I think you showed the NFL, and I think when you have those guys that draft him because the talent is there, and then he can step in and be in his light and say what his mistakes was, own them, and don't go back down that road, because if you go back down that road between now and then or even
you're
after,
done forever.
It's over.
Yeah, you're
like
done
the
forever.
stake is
and he
in you.
knows that.
Yeah. So we'll see how it turn out. Like he said, just stay on that path. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out.
I want to clean something up.
Clean it up, Zell. Bring your waistband and your broom.
Yep. So Mbappe scored his 18th goal in 18 World Cup games. He is still second all time behind Messi. Messi has 19 scored in the final game of the group stage to get his 19th goal. So Mbappe is right there on Messi's tail. They both have 6 World Cup goals so far. Mbappe has a chance to add on more in the rest of this game versus Sweden.
Good job, Zeffy.
There you go, little Zephyr. I did want to throw this out there before we went. A trade in NBA. Yeah, trade in NBA, Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if we talked about it in our show. I don't know. I didn't hear you on the updates. Yeah, he did get traded for a boatload to
way more than John Morant went for.
Yes, going back to the Toronto Raptors, where he was a champion and NBA Finals MVP, leading them to a championship. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But we got to hit on
out there.
Huh?
Is there lots of NBA news?
Yeah, a whole lot of NBA news. So free agency opens up tonight or tomorrow? I think midnight tonight.
Tonight, yeah, because I think it's the first.
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. So the other thing we got to hit on. All right, sleeping with the enemy, cheering for the enemy.
Peyton. Oh, Peyton. That's after the break. 3HL 1045 The Zone. All right, holiday weekend is coming up, which means most doctors' offices are closed, and maybe illness hits your family and you're like, oh, what do I do? Do we have to wait till after the holiday? You do not, and you can call Medical House Calls. They will be there for you. It's healthcare designed for your life. I'm talking primary healthcare, urgent care, IV therapy. They even do medical weight loss, and they come to you. So here's how the whole process works. It's super simple. Medical House Calls, you call them or you text them. Get online, reach out to them. Their teams assess what you need within minutes. You book your visit, and boom, they schedule you and medical providers at your door, at your house, in your home, to deliver you the care that gets you back as soon as possible. No more waiting in germ-filled urgent care rooms and waiting for hours, all of that. Appointments that don't fit your schedule. Nope, Medical House Calls changes all of that for you. 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And same-day appointments are available next day, guaranteed. 615-838-2375. Put it in your phone in case you need it. Transparent pricing, upfront, not confusing. It's healthcare designed for your life. Medical House Calls at medicalhousecalls.com.
Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. We are wrapping this bad boy up, but we got to hit a couple topics first. Before we get to what Peyton had to say, let's drop this nugget, man. Vanderbilt closed in on the recruit basketball, 4-star, which should be 5-star soon. Gabe Neesmith. I'm not sure if he was related to Aaron Neesmith, who would go on to go to the NBA out of Vanderbilt, but the highest recruit since Darius Garland in 2018, 6'5" small forward. So kudos to Mark Bynes for getting it done, baby, over there on West End. Tennessee and Peyton Manning. Are Vols fans disowning Peyton Manning, the sheriff? They would never.
Over this?
They would never, would they? This isn't happening, is it? Zeph, you got a clip? You want to play from?
Yeah, so
set it up, Zeffy.
Give us
at
something.
the Manning to Passing Academy last week, Peyton Manning, known VFL, kind of. I think you guys might know who he is, right? Was interviewed by
Should have been a Titan.
was interviewed by Chris Goody from Houston Sports Talk 790. And he asked if there's going to be any talk in the family group chat when Tennessee hosts Texas in 2026. This is what old Peyton had to say.
We don't really touch those topics in our family group chat, and so I was asking, one of the kids was asking me earlier, who I was going to go for, and I said, well, who do you think? And of course, he said, that he would go for his school over his relative, and I went, well, you and I are different. Right. You and I are wired differently. That nothing's more important than your family, but obviously it's going to be a huge SEC game. My dad dealt with it when I was in college when Tennessee played Ole Miss, and look, I love my university, my alma mater, and pull for them unconditionally, but nothing's more important to me than my family. And when you have a nephew playing, I pull very hard for him every single Saturday. So that's pretty much a no-brainer that you're pulling for your nephew to play well. But like I said, everybody knows pretty strongly where my loyalties lie on all other Saturdays, the University of Tennessee.
You know what?
I have no issue with it.
It's a zero.
I think it's funny. I think he's funny.
I think that's exactly what I would say.
Yeah.
When it comes to family members.
Yeah.
You know
family,
what I mean?
man, that's blood.
Especially close,
that's your nephew.
Yeah, it's no question.
Yeah.
What I want to happen.
I think the problem is that the headlines were put out, and you didn't hear the entire context of everything that Peyton said. I think everyone knows where my loyalty lays every single other Saturday, but it's my nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also said, I want, he didn't say, I'm going out here, I'm cheering for Texas.
No, he said, I want my nephew
to play. Yeah, I want my nephew to play well. If I am, I want mine too.
Yeah.
If RJ gets the opportunity to go play baseball at an SEC school and they play Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, listen,
That's
man.
a perfect example.
Yeah.
You are exactly in this situation.
I want him to do great.
Yeah.
I want him to do great. I want Tennessee to win. It just is what it is. He can be great. They can win 1-0 in baseball. And he didn't get rocked or anything. Just somebody scored. It could have been an error on the outfield.
Okay, never mind. You're different than Peyton.
Oh, I'm just saying. No,
that's where I'm at with Slay. I'm okay if my family member plays well. I just don't
I want to play great.
Yeah, I'm okay if they play great.
Yeah.
Just your team ain't going to win.
Now, if your team, he played great, the problem is if Arch Manning plays great at the quarterback spot,
they're probably
that's a good chance
going
to win.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Unless whoever it is, Faison or
whatever quarterback
George
they decide,
McIntyre, if he gets the nod, unless they outduel him, you can still play great and your team lose, but at that quarterback spot is a little different. So,
do you think when that game comes and Peyton's in the stands, and maybe he's not wearing Tennessee, maybe he's wearing neutral colors because he's supporting someone on both sides, and Tennessee loses, do you think people will say the curse is back?
I don't really think they think the curse is gone or come. Or
no,
anything.
I say it's gone because he was in the house when they won the baseball team won the national championship.
I mean,
yeah, but that's baseball.
That's all.
So you're saying football is still there for the curse?
I mean, I don't even look at it. I want the best player the most notarized player to play at Tennessee at every game. I don't care what it is, because the lights, camera, action is going to hype it up even more and put him on game day and all of it. Like, I don't believe in that curse stuff, man. Yeah, that man ain't played a game. They got to go out there and play, man. He ain't got nothing to do with that. I wish he could have something to do with it. I wish he could put a headset on and talk to these guys before they cut the headset off on the game clock and then trickle on down. So
the first 15.
Yeah, come on, man, give me all day long.
The only thing sucky about that game is that it's at
Neyland.
It's an early kick.
I don't know how they did that. I don't know why they did that.
It's an 11 a.m. kick.
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh, that's
Texas and Tennessee.
It's at Neyland.
That's what. Huh?
No, we wanted to be at Neyland.
No, I didn't know I didn't know where you was going. My bad, though.
You trying to assume what I was about to say?
Yeah, I didn't know. I
don't want to go to Texas.
Yeah, no clue.
That'd be a tough place to play.
Oh yeah. Bring them on to Neyland. We'll have it ready for them. Have it rocking for them. We appreciate y'all today, though. Get them out of here, Babson.
Zeph. Yes, we appreciate you guys. Don't forget, join us live. We are at Fog Street Lawn Club. You got the address? What is it? Tomorrow we'll be there from 3 to 6.
648 Fog Street, Nashville, Tennessee.
648 Fog Street, Nashville, Tennessee. We will be there. Be there with us. You can watch some soccer. You can get ready for the USA game and enjoy some good food and drinks and all of that. We'll see you there 3 to 6 tomorrow. But until then, just want to tell you all that we appreciate you listening, being a part of our family. We do not take that lightly, nor do we take it for granted. 3HL is organized chaos, always. We appreciate you.
Oh, sorry, I jumped in.
No, good night. God bless.
I jumped in. I said I'm sorry.
Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you were getting a shout out. Shout out to the Heat. Devil, get the hell off our lawn.